That's just the only. Well, let me know when you start streaming because it's still offline. So
Yeah, it should be getting there. I've pushed the start streaming button.
you hear the channel is intended for mature audiences, of course.
I swear. Is it coming through?
It sounds pretty clear. I'm going to go ahead and mute the my through on my end so I don't hear too much.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I mean, is the video and sound coming through?
You haven't done anything yet, I imagine. You're just sitting at the opening screen, title screen.
Yeah.
The menu.
Dominic Toretto.
Yeah.
The video preview is gonna freaking make me watch the ad. Screw that. All right. So Factorio. All right. So this is Factorio, a game in which well, you build a factory. We'll do a new game. We'll leave everything as normal and just dive on right in.
Okay.
Now be aware there is a 40-second audio-visual lag between my actions and them appearing in the stream itself. This is Factorio.
That's fair, because I think that helps buffer it a bit better, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's also to prevent cheating. Let's see. So first thing is I need some tools. Alright, let's get some wood so I can get some chests going. So this is you. And you crash landed on this world.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with it.
So basically the plan is just build a rocket, get the hell off this planet.
Yes. Well, if you're boring, that's what you do. Grabbing some stuff I need. Now I am playing with a couple of mods that let me do things like run through the trees a lot easier than you normally can. Basically just some quality of life stuff.
Fair enough.
Get some stone.
It's not like Minecraft where you can create entirely new mechanics that are in no way part of the game normally.
Oh, if you download mods, you most certainly can, but...
Well, I'm saying, but the ones you're using.
Yeah, no, these are... Wow! Talk about being in the midst of the forest. I'm going to have to deal with that. Okay, let's get that going.
So yeah, I think what's missing is copper.
Yep. Okay, so... what do I need first? I need... copper going. Okay, I'm gonna have to clear these trees out at some point, or this will become disastrous. Alright.
Well, then you'll have the space for your factory.
Oh, yeah. So let's... put that in there. Alright, definitely need more of this.
Did you just plant?
Huh?
The thing you just put on the ground?
That is a smelter. It will turn stuff into more advanced stuff at the cost of coal. In other games, you might call this a forge, but that would be too simple. Okay, so this is my construction menu. I need to get some more burner inserters while I move to get electricity online, which is where I need the smelted iron plate. I'm still going to be short on iron, so I need more iron. This is actually a really horrible start. Like, wow, this is bad. Oh my goodness.
Really? Because, I mean, look at the resources you have. You're looking pretty good.
Oh no, all starts will have enough resources. It's these trees. They're everywhere. If I didn't have this quality of life mod on that lets me just walk through trees, this map would be unplayable.
Oh.
That's
bad,
the thing.
huh?
In the base game, you cannot walk through trees, and the game will not auto-adjust your course to get past them.
Oh, that is dickish.
Yeah. So, this is a nightmarish start. I mean, look at this. Even with the mods, I've managed to get stuck. This is a disaster. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. What am I doing? I am... yes, getting a smelter together. And then I'm going to put my new iron in there. Alright, so then I can get a second burner inserter going, and then I will have infinite coal for the moment, which is a good thing. Let's see, so that
Sounds like a plan.
let's see, this. Give me that. Okay. Alright, give me one of those. So you rotate there. You point at that.
I think I was looking at was the drill. Again, there's the delay, so.
Yep.
That's what the hell you just put down. I was talking about the drill. So
Oh.
say that,
Okay, these are burner mining drills, and basically you feed them coal, and they will mine whatever you put them on. By putting two in tandem like this, I can just sit here and gather coal indefinitely without having to put a chest or anything to it. And we've already lost both of the other two viewers we had. Alright, what do I need? I need more iron. So the start is always a little slow, especially because, you know, I'm not the best at this game. But
that is kind of to be expected in a lot in games like this, I imagine.
when you really know what you're doing, people can get up and running. Can get up and running in probably about 5-10 minutes, if that.
Eh.
Okay, so it's smelting coal. It's generate. Okay, so I'm burning more iron over here. So get that, and then get a new burner. Another burner drill going, and then I'll have iron going. Okay, give me that. Give me that. That there. Okay, there. Now I am producing iron.
You really put like quite a fair bit of detail into the little character you have.
Yep.
Just like the general animations he has.
Yeah. Hey, we can play it super zoom. Anyways. So let's see. I'm going to need more stone. So basically, what at least my particular pattern is to get some smelters and a bunch of burner inserters going, so that I've actually got some resources to start working on getting electric power going.
Okay.
All right, so give me the iron plate and build me 2 of those. All right, so let's get copper going, and let's get stone going.
Always good to have.
Yep. Okay, so the most basic resources are now officially under production.
Mhm.
Alright, so that's coal. Some iron. A little bit of copper and some stone. Alright, so now it's time. Okay, I need one of these. Now let's see, where do I want to set up power? Where do I want to set up the central bus? My iron and copper are both north side of the lake. So I'll probably set the central bus up there. So power, I think I want over here. Alright, there we go. For playability reasons, the offshore pump does not require power.
Okay.
Basically, you could end up in a feedback cycle if that wasn't true. The base runs out of power, but in order to generate power, you require power. So.
Yeah, that can be an issue.
Alright, so we're going to put that in so that we can be able to bypass, get around the power facility. And I need some more iron for more pipe. So I'm at 3, I need 14, so I need 3 and 14, I need 11.
I'm guessing there is just like an automated system to get rid of all those trees at some point, or
Grenades.
well, that's one way to deal with it.
The correct answer is grenades. Alright, so we now have power. I need wood.
Is always useful.
Actually, no, it really isn't. This game will quickly run out of use for wood.
Okay, then.
That's part of what makes this start so terrible. I have all these trees that are basically only useful for building these initial power poles and some boxes. Alright, now, the first thing I need is an electric miner. Yeah, you guys are out of coal. So am I.
That's not good.
It should be enough to get me started. Well, they were actually powered on wood, so it doesn't really matter that much. Alright, so... Oh yeah, one of the other quality of life mods I have is a longer reach than I normally should. Okay.
That's, I imagine, very handy.
Alright, so we're going to take that away, we're going to take that away, and we're going to put the electric miner here. And I need some iron, and I need... Okay, I just need some iron. Gonna need more than that. Okay, so... Okay. Just a little more iron. Alright, so now we build our first inserter. And realize I screwed up my power poles.
Whoops.
There we go. No. I faced it the wrong way. Oops. Alright, so we now officially have...
I would think that'd be what we usually see in a top-down game.
Well, if you mouse over it, you can see what direction it goes. So, basically, this thing will sit here and slowly load up the smelter. And when I'm able to get a little bit more going, I'll be able to put another one on the other side and have just steel plate come out.
That is very nice.
Okay, so steel plate, but yeah, so I need lots of steel plate. I'm gonna need more copper too. How much coal do I have? I don't have enough coal. Now, until you get up to electric smelters, your smelters will require a fuel source. Usually coal.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I guess. Okay, so... yeah, we'll hold off on that for the moment. I guess get the copper set up, since those will produce a lot of coal by themselves, and I'm not using a lot of power just yet. Alright, make me all the small power poles. Grab that.
But I'm not coming too much because it is. I've mentioned before we're with topics, and also the stream is a bit laggy for me because of my network.
Yeah.
I get the gist of what's going on. Like I get you're setting up to get better mining, which you're going to use a bit build more shit. It's not that hard to figure out.
Don't worry. It'll get complicated soon enough. Alright.
Oh, I recall watching the trailer video for this when you were first talking about it a while back, and yeah. Just terraform an entire continent into a factory.
Alright, so now we run power to everywhere that needs power. Grab some more coal out of that. Building more of that. Wrong close spot. Alright, let's get a second iron smelter going, because iron is something we can never, ever have enough of.
It's a pretty standard building material, I imagine.
Oh yeah. This game is just lousy for the stuff.
I mean, even today we're still using iron and steel to make these basic machinery, I imagine.
Yeah.
In real life.
There. There. Okay, there we go.
What would be a topic I should talk about? And not really the most new thing in the world. It's been out for a little bit now, but apparently they really announced the next GTA will be set in.
What GTA would be set in? I've actually had a weird idea. I don't know that I don't know that the stream can hear you.
Really?
I'm sitting. It's entirely possible that I'm sitting here to the stream. I'm sitting here talking to a ghost.
Let me unmuted and
yeah. And see if you're coming across, because that would just be glorious, sitting here talking to someone who isn't there. Need to get automated production of transport built going.
I sound fine, so.
Oh, you are being heard on the stream?
Yeah, not super loud, a little quiet, but like clear, I would say.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was thinking
it's not a repeat of the first recording session ever where you were practically mute.
Yeah. No, hopefully that's not happening. So stream health, it says I'm doing about 2400 baud. That's fine. Alright, so more of this. More of these.
Yeah, apparently the next GTA will be in London.
London?
Which isn't the first time it's been in that setting. It was there was expanded for the second game in the series, I think. Back when it was still top down.
Yeah, it's been a while. Okay, so
just a bit.
Alright, so we now have
bit of pile up on the conveyor belt there.
Yeah, because I'm working on stuff. What do I need? I need a science machine. Because I don't have something absolutely critical to this game yet.
A science machine? Bit of a vague name.
I'm sorry, the lab.
It's a bit more clear, but...
Alright, so 3... So I've got 3 and 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's the first round of research. Which is something I critically need to do. What do I need? I need a lot more copper. So I think it's time to move up to the electric miner and get rid of the burner insert. Get rid of the burners. Okay, so Now to take out all the trees that interrupted my path. Okay, so this one? Alright, coal is going. Alright, cool. Just a couple more bits of belt. Glorious.
The joys of building in a forest.
Okay, lab. Lab needs a bunch of iron, some transport belt, and I'm good on copper. So 36 iron. That shouldn't be too hard to scrounge up. The reason I want the lab is so I can do so I can make assembly machines, which will then let me put stuff on automatic production.
Which would be really good for some of the stuff you need in mass, I imagine.
Yes, like transport belts, which you can never have enough of.
Another thing I recall from the trailer video was, yeah, again, just it's like probably at least half the entire map was transport belts,
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
leading to one machine or another.
Yep. Okay, so, but what I'm doing now is I'm getting the coal down here so that I can feed these burners.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're running low on coal. Alright, first research is done, so I want
Woohoo!
assembly automation. Oh, wrong button. Oh no.
What'd you do?
Closed the game.
You. That.
Oops.
This is great.
I've played this game before, I swear.
It shows you have like 0.0, you have like 0.1 hours on Steam according.
It didn't
I'm
show my
waiting for
desktop,
that.
did it?
I haven't gotten there yet. I just see what I'm guessing is the lab.
Ah. Yeah, so it's going to bring up the research panel, and then trying to close the research panel, I'm going to click exactly the wrong button.
This is just fantastic.
Alright, play, load game.
What do you have the Steam recording setup set to? Is it just any full screen software?
No,
or...
it's supposed to be linked directly to Factorio, so... Alright, so...
Speaking of experience with OBS, it probably won't show your desktop.
Okay. Well, you'll see in a few seconds. It should go to a black
Yes.
screen.
First time trying to course to make something in like over a month, and this happens.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so this is a bunch of coal. That's cool. Be able to route that everywhere I need it. Okay, now I want to research automation. Cool. How do I make...
Oh, there's what I'm guessing is the it's automation available. So
Yeah, it's available, but it's also the one selected for research. So how do I make this screen go away?
I might have missed the black screen because of the lag.
Oh, there it goes. Alright, so I need... those. And more of that.
I bought a lottery ticket today out of boredom.
Yeah, there are better dreams to spend your money on.
Yeah, because I don't play a lottery, I don't gamble. It's basically what the most I do is like once in a year I will buy a scratch off lottery ticket and then not play another for another year. So it was about that time. Because this new game at work, it's a $10 ticket. It's like 4 different games. It's a massive goddamn ticket.
$10 ticket? Ow.
Yeah, that's also the most I've ever spent on a ticket before. The most I've probably gotten is a $2 or a $5 ticket. But yeah, it was like it's 4 different games, and I didn't lose. I made my money back. But yeah, it's just like, and this is why I don't bother with these.
So the
I think
insert
the most
line
I've ever gotten was like $5 on a $1 ticket that was a gift.
It's amazing how miraculously people are never able to really win money at the lottery. It's almost like
We had this dude come in regularly at work who he'll come in, buy like $40 in tickets, and then sat in his car, scratch the tickets. If he wins, he'll come back in and use them to get more tickets. If he loses, he'll buy more tickets. Yesterday he came in at one point. He made his money back on a ticket. He paid for the ticket, not all the money he got. And he mentions he's so far lost $200 in like the hour and a half he's been there.
Yeah, shocking how that works out. All right, cool. So
And
we
more
now
than that,
have...
he will either before or after this, go to the casino and gamble.
Some people...
I desire to know what he does for a living.
Something where they pay him far too much.
Clearly.
I'm sorry, if your relaxation is to buy $100 in scratch-off tickets and then go spend twice as much at a casino.
Yeah.
Either you risk proving conservatives right about the modern welfare state, or you are being paid far too much.
Uh-huh. That's another... Oh, there's a guy who he comes in almost every day. He's a real friendly customer. He's also the only person in our store who buys 6 packs of Stone IPA. He will average minimum he'll usually buy a minimum one, but he's usually averaged 2 to 3 at a time. He's gone down lately because he apparently has a backstock at his house. He'll also buy that. He'll buy Copenhagen. He'll spend as much as like $50 to $70 at a time, and he's in here at least 3 times out of the week. That's what he did one time. He delivers bread for a living. Somehow that pays him enough to spend like at least $200 a week on beer and tobacco.
Alright, so we now have copper.
Yay.
Well, I now have the assembly machine.
Yay. That's even better.
Alright. Assembly machine. This assembly machine will need to produce gears. And then gears will go here, and then I need another assembly machine to get iron plate. Okay, another assembly machine needs more iron. Another inserter. Then I just go click and click. Now I need one more inserter.
Make the seem so simple. Oh, this game kind of does the Terraria method of crafting where it tells you what you need.
Yep, and then we put a box there, and yay, now we are just producing transport belts. Okay, now the other thing I need to start production on is Science Pack 1. Turrets, huh? Yeah, no, it'll just tell you what you need specifically.
Yeah, as opposed to what we do in Minecraft where I just stumble around and figure it out.
Or just, read the wiki.
Yep. I know there are apparently mods for that will add like a recipe booklet.
Alright, now, let's see, next steps is, I need to produce...
It shows you this massive catalog of what you can build, and then if you click it, it'll show you the recipe.
Yep. Okay, so... Okay, I need another burner inserter, which I will need some iron plate for. My setup's too efficient, it's taking all the iron. So let's ramp up our iron production.
So I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna go switch to the laptop because it'll have a better network connection.
Okay.
'Cause, I mean, I have Chrome and Discord open. That's it, and it's still buffering like every 5 seconds.
That's not great.
No, I am buying that network adapter as soon as I can for the motherboard.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll see you in a bit.
Okay. All right. So. Stepped up the iron production. That's good. Alright, there we go. Let's grab some more belt. I need a lot of it. Okay, now a central bus. I need the splitter to do the central bus. So that means I just need to go ahead and produce some science packs. So okay, so get the science packs going, get the research updated to logistics 2 so we can get the splitters. Then we can put together a central bus and a proper mining site. Alright. Okay. Logistics, yeah, that's what I need. 6. 4 more. Alright, now let's start laying out the main bus. Oh, wait, no, I don't want the bus yet. I want the main smelting area. A lot of belt storage on this map. Alright, so let's head over to the get some stone mining again. Oh, it's 20. Alright, so we're going to want to set up the primary smelting area where we're going to want to split iron onto the 2 belts. Alright, so those will burn now. So this is going to do da-da-da-da. Something like that. Right in front of my steam engine. What was I thinking? Alright, we'll just move it farther south. Go underground there. Alright, so we'll just go under that and then put the iron bus down here. Alright, so then we can do that. Put a splitter here. Now, how how does this machine work? I don't quite remember. Optics, stone wall, landfill, steel. Okay. I recall it's like go underground for one, and then you curve back. That's the output. That. That. Alright. Underground there. Oh, I think that's why you do it. So that it'll... Okay. Okay, that's why you do that.
Hey,
Hello?
okay. So, comparison to my computer, I had the stream open first, and then even with Skype loading up, Discord loading up, and just trying to get everything else set up, and those all being laggy, the stream never buffered.
Alright, I'm trying to remember a machine here, one that will, one that'll split coal and iron and combine them both onto one side.
Okay. The stream seems to be a lot less delayed on this at this point too.
Alright, that's good.
Probably only like a little over 20 seconds looks like. It's pretty good.
Alright. That's the four-way balancer. See, what I want is for all the iron to go onto either the outside or the inside lane.
Okay.
But I don't quite remember the setup to do that.
Do you remember a stream I was watching a while back of Overwatch?
Uh-huh.
They're talking about the new patch, which other of us we don't play that game, but there were some really good aspects to it. Let's see. Junkrat no longer damages himself with his own grenades,
That's a classic.
which the Junkrat fans were all happy about because, now they can get up close and range and screw you over. Mercy is now invincible through her resurrection powers when she does her ultimate. So no more sniping the healer when she's trying to revive everybody.
I'm sure that'll upset everyone.
Except for the Mercy players.
Okay, I think that'll do.
Or anyone with Mercy on their team. And probably the most broken is what they did to Bastion. He basically got everything. Let's see, he has better armor, I think he does better damage output, and he can heal while moving.
It's always the character you don't play.
People apparently do play him, it's just, it gets a lot of shit because, he can just go into a turret mode and then just kill everything around him. Because, before you even get close to him, he's already spinning the minigun and... Oh, look. Now you're dead.
Speaking of, oh, look, I have achieved standard code grade wiring. Alright, so we can now just pull all of this out of here because I've got a much more powerful setup going on elsewhere. Okay, so now we can route this over to the main bus, which we'll put over here.
DC, please stop and think about what you're doing.
That would require effort and intelligence.
Just seen the news about the trailer they released for Justice League.
No.
Like, you haven't even gotten Wonder Woman's movie out yet.
No, they're going to need to be tone deaf for a good while longer before they figure it out.
Yeah, because how did it take the Avengers out? I mean, Captain had his own film. Iron Man had like 2 films before that. The Hulk had a film. Thor had a film. Everybody except for Black Widow and Hawkeye had their own film before Avengers came out.
But that requires, careful planning and forethought and not making money right this second.
Yeah. I mean, I've enjoyed the DC films I've watched. You get panned. But then again, I just have a thing for usually what most people consider bad movies.
Okay, what is the 4-to-4 balance? There's well, let's connect it up and see what it does.
Hey. Won't know till you'll try.
I think this is a. I think at the moment it's a 1-to-4 balancer.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear God.
What?
I'm just scrolling through Kotaku's news thing for something to talk about.
Hmm.
And the quote here from the COO of GameStop
Oh.
on the Switch.
Uh.
The demand is incredibly strong for this. As soon as we get any in our stores, it's out within hours. We anticipate we're going to be chasing supply this entire year. Oh.
Nintendo finally has put out another console people want. Surprise, surprise. Nintendo is utterly incapable of supplying demand that they manufacture. Surprise, surprise.
It's kind of the point you can't even find freaking Wii U copies of Breath of the Wild because it's the only thing people could buy due to not having a Switch. Oh, I can't get it for this console, the new console I can't even buy. I'll just, buy it for the other console I have that's been collecting dust and
Dear
play through
God, dear God, that's what it all was. The best marketing for the Wii U ever. Alright, so
Fucking people.
stepping up that. Alright, so we now have a basic iron bus, which this is not the correct machine. It's a 2... Oh, that's what it was. It's a 2-to-1 to 2? What was it? Just pick it all up and see what we're getting out of it.
Some dude hacked his car to play Mario Kart. Why? You could use literally any other controller in the world and it would be just fine.
No, that's not good enough.
He used the internal batteries of his Lancia and a Raspberry Pi and made the freaking gas, the steering wheel, everything work for a Mario Kart game.
That is amazingly clever and horrific.
Mind you, the car is not apparently actually like running or something, so he's not doing this while on, riding down Main Street.
Okay, well, at least there are small things right with the world.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just go with a 1-to-4 for now and build a more sophisticated balancer later.
That was probably the best idea.
Let's get some more of these going. And now for the true power of the bus, we just come up here and we're going to put a splitter. And then we just...
Also, the other we got to talk with a friend of mine who's a massive Zelda fan, and he's like you've been kind of avoiding much in the way of spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
But like one thing he did look at, because the game is clearly set after Ocarina, because that's when Ganon was debuted, was in Ocarina of Time. So they've already, that's the one thing they've said about the timeline, and it's the safe bit anyway. The big question everybody had was, where in the timeline does it sit after that? Because there's 3 timelines. Nintendo are dicks. Because including being vague themselves, there's aspects in the game that could be in any of the 3 timelines.
You don't get it, do you, Will? It's
Nintendo like to screw with us.
no, there's no fixing it. The Zelda timeline just does not work.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Even with multiple timelines, well, they can't even make that work. Why? Because it doesn't work.
Yeah. And then again, the story is outdated anyway at this point. It was made like right after Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
So I think most folks just kind of assume like, okay, well, Link Between the Worlds fits right here because it's a sequel to Link to the Past.
All right.
Four
so
Swords.
now we have.
What it's called. But,
All right. So now
Yeah.
we have awesome production going on. We'll just set that to constantly make 2 at a time. And actually, since I've got a bunch of iron on me for no adequate reason, I'm just going to go ahead and make a bunch of stuff. All right. So this is a basic. This is a basic iron bus going on. Basically,
Okay.
I can just extend this out until I reach saturation on the setup here. Now, at the moment, I'm not using enough coal yet to warrant expanding my coal mine, which is still running on just one miner. But the thing to do now is going to be to bring the copper around and set up a copper bus.
Okay.
Some stone, it looks like, so I can... Yeah, we'll just shorten this one, it's too long. Alright, there we go. So as you can see, even with all of this, iron still isn't actually getting through to this last one, so even with 6 miners, or 8 miners now, feeding this one belt, I would have a higher ability to produce, which is actually really cool. Producing about 120, 130 iron plate a minute.
Very nice.
Oh, that's nothing. Once you move up to steel furnaces and other things, it's just, I mean, you'll eat through an ore field this size in 20 minutes. And you'll still think you're short on resources. Alright, let's see. The best way to bring copper around is probably to reverse the belts up here and go back the other way.
Okay.
Copper is backing up here. Oh, I didn't realize I'd burned through my iron tools.
Whoops. Just near to as clear in this game.
I don't think copper is getting through. There it is.
Maybe there's a mission I've done that it's not been I haven't mentioned anywhere. Tried the game Tokaido.
Takedo? Don't know it.
It's a board game. Yeah, my sister had my visitor for the weekend, and it's a really simple game. It's based on Tokaido was a road that was of one of the 5 routes of the period in Japan that connecting Kyoto to Edo.
Okay.
So it's like they have little characters in it that are all some of them are actually based on like important figures that cross that road or have some connection to it. Yeah, a quick review of the board game.
Alright. I to make tools.
Those tend to be very good.
Well, they make things like manual mining and tree chopping a lot faster.
Okay, so from review I found first description. In Tokaido, each player is a traveler crossing the East Sea Road, one of the most magnificent roads of Japan. While traveling, you will meet people, taste fine meals, with beautiful items, discover great panoramas, and visit temples and wild places. But at the end of the day, when everyone has arrived at the end of the road, you'll have to be the most initiated traveler. It means you'll have to be the one who discovered the most interesting and varied things. So it's sort of a get to the end of the game kind of puzzle, or not puzzle, but a game. The board.
Okay.
And basically you have different things you can collect. You can visit places which help. You could buy souvenirs. You could donate to temples. You can collect panoramas. So you stop certain points and you basically paint a picture. And being the first one to do any of those gets you points. And certain character you can get will give you certain aspects too to help with that. Like for instance, when I played it, I was using a character who every time we stopped and got a meal at an inn, I would get a free encounter. Which can give me coins, which can give me parts of the panoramas. Some of them can actually put a free coin into a temple for me. Like if I draw a Miko. It also means that at the end of the game, I had the most encounter cards because I would get them free whenever we stopped at an inn, and there's like 5 inns on the road.
Well, yeah, anything that lets you go multiple times is inherently very powerful.
Well, it's not multiple times. The encounters don't really do anything other than give you something. You just draw a card and it gives you the thing. Panoramas and food you have to buy, and yeah, basically it starts from whoever's the end of the line first can go. And basically, you can go anywhere between any of the players if they're already on the road. Basically, anywhere from where they are to the next inn. Because once they're in the inn, they have to wait and stop until everybody goes to the inn. As a meal, they get whatever they get. There's you can work on a farm to get coins. You could go to a shop to buy a souvenir. You could visit a temple, donate, draw encounters, go to bathhouses, all that.
Okay.
It's a fun little game.
All right, cool. So let's see. I am ready to spike this off.
Okay. Yeah, tried that. Tried Sushi Go, which is a card game.
Sushi Go.
It's hard to explain.
I would imagine.
It's a fun little. It's a quick game too. You could play like a round in like maybe 20 minutes at most. You basically draw cards, and depending on what cards you have when you play, it's everyone gets a hand. Play a card face down. Everyone flips the card, see what it is, and they pass the hand to the next person to their left, who keeps playing certain cards. And each card has a different effect. Like there's ones that give certain points depending on like the number on them. There's ones that, depending on how many you have on there, will give you certain points. Like if you get 3 of this, it'll give you 10 points, and so on and so forth. And brain fart for a moment. Most important thing of it is puddings, because whoever at the end of the game, whoever has the most puddings gets 6 points extra. Whoever has the least puddings, including no puddings, loses 6 points.
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah. And like some of them don't seem like much. Like there is, I think it's like a dumpling. It only gets you 1 point at first, but as you get more, it will increase. Like goes 1, 3, 6, up to like 13, at a maximum of 5. It's a fun little game. It's fairly fast paced. Probably find it on a tabletop sim if I wanted to. I think I actually did find it.
Alright, so we have achieved copper.
Yay!
And my glorious factory skills are already apparent. Let's see, how's my
Well, if the pattern works,
performance, water, I think I need another steam engine.
isn't one of also the mechanics of this is that eventually like natives can come and try to mess up your day?
Yes. They don't spawn too close. So you have
But sooner or
time.
later, the pollution will attract them, I imagine.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, there was one game we tried to play, but it just wasn't going to happen. Which was my brother-in-law wanted to go called Assassin Con. It's you're basically at a convention for assassins, and each one of you is trying to murder someone else. The simple answer. But we looked at this thing, and this was on the last day I was there. We looked at this thing, and like it was a couple hours before I was going to leave too, so that's why I didn't play it at all. We fumbled around for like 30 minutes trying to figure out what the hell we were doing.
Always a great situation to end up in.
This is complicated as fuck. Like, we estimated with probably once we figure out what we were doing with the game, it'd be easy to play. But it would take like probably 3 hours at least to figure out what the hell we were doing.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Which, when it's also early in the morning, like not even noon, I think, or right around noon. And everyone's either slept in or had issues getting to sleep that night. No one wanted to play that.
What's that you say? A game that will take 3 hours of hard brain power to even begin to decipher? Oh, where can I sign up?
Because part of the problem was a big aspect of it is, the what was it? Anonymity is the word. Anonymous kind of sense.
Anonymity.
Anonymity. Yeah. Yeah, because no one really knows who is playing what or who is targeting what until you try to, like you go to the player and go like, hey, I try to kill you. And if they don't have the right kind of color deck, they can't do jack. The big aspect of it is just no one really knows who is doing what.
Does
It's like
anyone ever really know who's doing what or when?
Sure, yeah.
Any plans for the week on your end?
Probably not, honestly. We finished downloading Far Cry 4 on the computer, which will be an overnight download, if nothing else. So, like, I try to download it while I'm doing something else, and it's like, estimated time, like 18 days.
That's pretty glorious.
Which, to be fair, that was when it was at, like, when I was trying other stuff, and it was lagging like hell to like 2 kilobytes a second.
Alright, so we now have 4 copper smelters going.
I'm still waiting for gaming news on the werewolf video games coming out. Because there was like the reveal trailer a couple months ago, the reveal article a couple months ago, and then nothing. Which the chances are that's probably because they didn't have anything really created yet.
Probably a not incomplete answer.
Because, well, apparently part of the issue is New White Wolf has a policy that within like minimum like a week you have to get news out that you're creating something for their content. So like if you are given access to their IP, you have to like within a certain amount of time reveal to the public that you're doing this, because they're trying to hype it up like hell. And because of that, you'll get news of, hey, they're making a game based on this, but they haven't started yet. Which is not good.
No.
Because then we get into concerns of it's going to become another Heart of Gaia situation where the game doesn't get released.
That's what nobody wants.
No, especially considering this is the third werewolf game that's been started, or that they talked about, and the other two never got finished.
I wonder if that'll work the way I want it to. Yes, it will. That's good.
The conveyor belts.
Well, now I have copper and iron on a belt. So what I can do is build some assembly machines. Let's see. Potion requires copper plate and gear. So I'm going to put an assembly machine. I'm going to say assembly machine make gears. I'm going to put an assembly machine. I'm going to say make red potion. And I'm going to realize I'm out of inserters. I'm going to need all 3. So, okay. So now let's power all this up. And then let me go grab my lab. And I have unlimited red potion. Of course, I'm not producing anywhere near enough, but it'll get research going again.
Yeah, it's being made by Cyanide Studios.
It's like, oh, I need 4 iron plate. Isn't that sad?
Whatever shall you do?
It's not like there's, literally hundreds of the stuff just over there. Alright, so yay! So we are now doing some basic science again.
Woohoo! Yay for science.
Well, this is nowhere near enough. I need like I'm gonna need dozens of these science machines.
Oh, but of course.
Alright. Alright, well, I think that's enough for this evening. This is the most basic of factories, but with the basic iron bus here, it's now possible to get this all back together, or rather, to extend it from here. So probably you'd want to split the copper and the iron off and route them on different paths because you're going to need like 2 of the gears to 1 of the potions, and then you have them filling a belt, and then those go to just a whole setup of the science engines, and you can really start cranking out some research then. All right, cool.
So yeah, not a bad place to stop. You've got the groundwork of building your factory set